Hello and welcome to the second cast, or the cast of the second game between VHDGT1 and 50 years old. This time we play on Punch Bowl, or they play on Punch Bowl, better said. And on VHDG again, Haymaker and Val are playing with Eurocore and Blue Moto. And on the other side we have also playing Blue Songshina and Sentinel. They play UK and Blue Moto, and we play on Punch Bowl, the rotated map. We have basically more or less 3 sectors where you can attack and push. We have on one side 2 1-point sectors, Foxtrot and Echo, where you can battle for. We have in the middle the town, Bravo, which is kind of important to control the map, because here you have from here you can push to Charlie, and also if you control this area you also have kind of control on Echo, or even on the home sector. And we have the 2-pointers here on the sides with Delta and Charlie. And yeah, let's see what how the teams are setting up. Seems like Haymaker is pushing to the mid with his Eurocore deck, and he is also putting some defense on the left side. Yeah. And we have here Wall, and Wall is seems to be like from the setup that he's going to the right side, going for Delta, or maybe even pushing into Charlie. And on the other side we have here, well, I'm sorry I can't distinguish who is who, but one player is going for the mid, I guess. Or they have combined forces, maybe both going to the mid. And we have one player doing also more like a defense force on Echo. So as you can see already, the game is not very long, but it's kind of interesting, and maybe with a surprise outcome. So let's see how it's going. The blue team starts with 2 FOBs and the red team 2. Hiding one in the forest. Also you can spot recon here if they come too close. And yeah, putting some base defense on the sides. There's a tornado to maybe snipe some helicopters from the enemy, but nothing up yet. So, you know, if someone is playing Eurocore, you kind of expect that they play maybe a Eurocopter, and well, but not this time. So they lose all the helicopters here on the left side, and they push into Foxtrot, and here in the middle the betting is going up. They kind of give away the town here. There's not much coming from the red side yet, and they also give away well, not really contesting the left side. But the player is going for the mid, the red player, and now the ATGMs are working, but as we expect from Milans, they never hit shit, no? So Val already moves some units to Charlie. Meanwhile in the middle there's like a lot of fire support, and you can see that they try with the smoke to defend from the ATGM team, but they are panicked, so the accuracy is very bad for the moment. Okay, one helicopter is flying around. There's already a scout here in the town, or in the wood. Okay, but so far, well, it seems like blue is losing the mid now, because there's a lot of territorials, just meat shields, coming into the town, and the fire support is kind of killing the units. But they made a footstep into Charlie, so oh, forgot, or too late to unload. So the rovates are gone, and the Fallschirmjäger now pushing into Charlie together with the aim axis. It's a solid force with also like protection against air, so that looks very good. Yeah, the battle for the town is kind of lost. It was not enough. No fire support from the blue side. And yeah, the bomber's kind of desperate. Okay, on the left side it looks kinda... Well, blue has enough to push. Of course they don't know it. But for the moment it's a draw. But they make a really good foothold into Charlie with elite units and aim axis. Yeah, so they should easily capture them. And they even find the CV. So that's a huge deal because it's a 2-pointer. On the other hand, the helicopter sneaked around and they found both FOBs. And it's kind of dangerous because the CV is kind of close to one of the FOBs. I don't know if blue spotted the helicopter yet, but they don't buy any defense yet, so maybe not. And red already has the artillery to snipe the FOBs, so can be a big deal. Okay, blue is not giving up in the mid. They bring infantry now. Oh, they even lose the left side now. Okay, but on the other hand, blue team makes good progress into Charlie, and it seems like they easily can secure it. Even bring some supplies, so they should be fine for the moment. Okay. Now Charlie is completely empty from red units, so if they manage to bring a CV there, they found it. But on the other hand, red find the CV on Delta, so yeah. But they were not able to kill it. That's very lucky for blue. Also that they didn't find the base CV because it's kind of unprotected for the moment. Okay, the battle for the mid is still going on. Maybe it's a good idea from blue to bring now the units into the mid from the right side, because on the left side they can easily be sniped. But from the right side they are kind of safe to put in the units in town. That's important that they have a footstep, and then from there they can advance into the sector. But it's basically like elite infantry fighting against meat shields. So yeah, on the left side they try to push red. I don't know if blue is not doing anything, maybe they didn't notice yet. And they were able to save the CV and Delta, so that's a huge deal for blue. And they still hold Charlie. It's like kinda uncontested. Like red is not really focusing on that sector. I mean, it's not a very big problem as long as there's no CV. But as soon as there's a CV, it's a huge problem for red, because then the blue team can take up to 4. Red almost lost all the units on the left side. They really have to reinforce that because they can't afford to lose this side as well. But let's see. Okay. Red is working with a lot of fire support, like mid. They had wombats and also like this mid-class tanks to support the territorials, but in general the territorials shouldn't have a chance against this. Not even elite, but medium units. But now Gurkhas are coming. Okay, that's very good for red because they can hold the line very easily. Okay, so let's see. The left side there's not much going on, but blue really could push. They spot the supplies, I guess. Yeah, they make good use of their artillery. Now blue brings a CV into Charlie. That's very good for them because now they can take up to 4, and they already have 100 points in advance. I mean, even though red is able to secure Bravo completely, they can't really make the clock stop ticking for blue. So either they have to push Foxtrot and the mid with Bravo, or they have to get back into Charlie, or at least find a CV. But for the moment it doesn't really seem like red is doing anything into Charlie, so yeah, let's see how it's going out, how they will manage that. Okay, now they brought some more infantry into the left side, but well, the big fight is going in the middle right now. But it's not really a fight anymore. Blue has nothing left, So they secured the mid. Now for blue, it's really important to secure this front line here around delta, because often the next push from Bravo is into delta, because, well, they can kind of control the supply lines here, and there's not so much left yet from blue yet as a defense. And they also, red is setting up some infantry to push into Charlie. That's very important. And it's about time. They're taking +4. They're already at 180 points. And they also try to push on the left side, but blue has a solid force there, so they should be able to counter that for the moment. Anyway, there are a lot of points now of red in the middle, and they use all the points now to push into delta. At least everything who was on the right side, the Gurkhas, some transports, and even a chieftain. There's not really a lot left from delta from the blue side, but they move the CVs. They see the danger. Now they bring some infantry, but for the moment, at least they are not ticking that high. That's good for red. The mortar can't really do anything here. Blue is also sneaking around some infantry to the base. Let's see if they find something. Oh, and here's a Zelda unloaded too late, so yeah, lost a lot of infantry units there. Meanwhile, blue is now pushing on the left side. They see their opportunity because they kind of see that the red lost a lot there, and they're not really investing a lot. But the Kurnas is coming, and I guess it will wipe out the Deckungsgruppe. Not really a high value target, but for the moment it's okay, I guess. And yes, there's not really a lot of base defense of blue in this case. Now they bought something, but it's like kind of late, no? The helicopter always spotted the CV once before. But now red is pushing into delta. That's a huge problem also for Charlie, because now Charlie is kind of cut off from supplies. And delta, of course, there's not much left. There were infantry coming, but they destroyed all the infantry. And now the Vulcans are working against the infantry. Seems like they saved the day here. Yeah. But they are still the Zeldas, and they have 2 armor. So I don't know if the Vulcan has a chance against them. Might lose the pip even. There's this chieftain. Oh. Okay. Now the Rangers have to go somewhere in the woods because they need protection. Blue is now defending with everything they have. There was a blind sniping from the Kurnas, and they already red already starts to harass the supply lines of blue. So at least they're ticking again. Blue, they've already 304 points, but red is already bringing a CV. Maybe a little early, but I mean, that's what they have to do now. They have to get a CV. Oh, but the AMX, I don't know if they know if there's a CV inside, but the AMX is taking target on the CV. But 2 shots are missed. Super lucky for red. Now they unload. The AMX has just 5 HP left, so the Stormer can one-shot him. But also the Stormer has half HP. Yeah, wow, that was super lucky for red. Super lucky that the CV got inside. Okay, but well, for the moment they're fine. Now they lost their tank here. Challenger coming. We hear the ticking already. They are at 70%. Another tornado. Maybe here you should try to evict the tornado to the right side. If you let him fly a little in this direction, and then you put the attack to the right, so it will evict to the right side. They managed to save the Hawk. That's good. Good news. But still, the CV is on the run. There's not really a lot of defense left. Just this Vulcan here. And they're also pushing in the direction of the spawn. So you have to really take care of the spawn now. Looks like they lost a lot of units. And red now tries to push into into Charlie. Let's see if that works out. Well, in this tanks here, they're kind of in the open, not doing anything. But still, they take with 4, and with the corners they killed the CV of red. So that's a huge deal, of course. Now they are taking with 4 again. Maybe that's even game now, because I mean, what should red do? They have control over Delta, but they can't really find the CV. It's now at the 3rd or 4th location already, and the Rovate will now be killed by the Vulcan again. So yeah, now there's a challenger coming that can kind of counter the Vulcan, but yeah, for the moment they saved the CV again, and it's relocating again. And now the Tiger is coming. There's no, well, there's the Stormers here, but seems like he could sneak past the Tiger. The Tiger could sneak past the Stormer. Yeah, maybe it was a waste the rocket to use the rocket, or that the Tiger used the rocket pods on the Challenger. He could have microed that maybe a little better. The AMXs here from Charlie are harassing the troops here coming into Delta. Okay, now the rocket pods are working against the infantry. That's way better. But also the Tiger has just last missile, and then he's kind of useless. Yeah, but they are still taking with 4, and they managed to hold the home sector. They couldn't push into Echo. They brought in some Rovates in the last seconds, but well, they're taking still with 4, and this is soon game. I think that's a really surprise outcome, because red did a really good push in the mid, but they totally forgot about Charlie, or didn't do anything in Charlie. Now they start bombing Charlie, but it was a good setup of Val. I will stop the game for a second. Nah, too late. It was a good second from Val to take some supplies with them, because the Crotal could be run out of ammo kinda quick. And well, I would say the red team easily could have avoided this lose if they didn't give away Charlie that easily, because I think beside the Fallschirmjäger, the blue side didn't lose that much. But well, I think it's a really surprise outcome for the match, because well, red managed to cut off the supply for Charlie and for Delta, but still they were not able to find the CV in time, or find the CV at all, kill it, or bring their own CV into the sector safely. Well, that was the second game of those two teams. It's now 1-on-1, and because we play best of 3, there will be one last game between those two teams. So let's see how this goes.